I strapped the car to the lift. I put me a pole up through this hole to brace the back of the car. All right, as expected, if you can see, that rod was coming around and hitting that. Uh-oh. We should have raced it. Well, out here trying to straighten the shop up so we can tear Pat apart again. As you can see, I mean, this shop is in disarray, but we got to get these projects done. But I'm gonna try to pull this oil pan, and you can see there is not much room. But if you can see this indentation, see this? We left the windage tray in there, and I feel like the front two rods are coming around and just barely touching it. Probably wishful thinking of getting this motor lifted up in the car, but I feel like I can lift it up about an inch, and that might give us enough clearance. Only one way to find out. We'll probably gonna end up having to pull this thing out. So again, seems like everything we do to this car, we got to do it twice, but once it's in, it usually works out. So, well, I strapped the car to the lift. I put me a pole up through this hole to brace the back of the car. I got my motor mounts out, and you can see I am extremely close to dropping this pan. But I think I'm clear of, man, I don't really know why it's, oh, okay. It's them dang long studs we got in. If I had another ½ inch, I think it'll come out, but I'm getting nervous about breaking training lines and stuff, because you can see I've got it way off the mount now, so it's extremely close, so I ain't giving up yet. All right, as expected, if you can see, that rod was coming around and hitting that, so I'm gonna trim this off. Man, I don't know. It almost looks like that rod was hitting too, and that one, so whew, that makes it tough.
I come in this morning and Dad's already got the motor propped up on Pat, oil pan off, everything clear. So what was happening, Dad?
Well, we had a little trouble with this pan, because you can see it's got a cutout for the rods right here.
Yeah.
And we put the whole windage tray in. I've ran into this once before. When we first did the motor in Pat, we put a Holly retrofit pan.
Yeah.
And okay.
Oh,
never mind.
dude.
I'll just,
there it is. Yeah, just hold on.
anyway, and with a retrofit pan, they're so thin here so your stock steering arm can go across. It wouldn't fit. Like, we did the same thing. We put that 5.3, what motor was it? It was in the olds.
Yeah, it was an old 5.3.
It was the LS1 in the olds. I went to put the motor in, and, well, I went to put the panel on and it wasn't clear, so I had to cut, but I didn't know why the motor was locked up. So I took the pan off, and then he came around, and it had smashed it so hard that it wouldn't even turn over. So
yeah,
I had to pull the motor back out. It's about like this dude. But this proves that you can do it in the car.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. $850 around there.
Go up a little bit.
Probably. $950, $940-ish.
That's probably a little high.
14.6 on the fuel ratio.
Man, I don't know why it's so lean.
Running. And there's no knocking. So that's awesome. What?
Okay. Might put it in reverse and just see if it'll back up. Okay. Alright, me and Jed are following Jason Pat, taking it to get the cold side put on. So we'll try to catch up to him. 55 pounds of oil pressure. It was just a stock oil pump, which you didn't get to see, but I put a bigger spring in it. We're having some idle issues. Car's going way lean for some reason, but he didn't want to tune it until we get the cold side on. Uh-oh. We should have raced.
Picked up Pat from Carter. Got the old cold side on. Driving it home finally. Dad's waiting on me. I'm soaking wet right now. I was getting pelted with water balloons at a birthday party. Ah, shit. I just have it set for 5 on top of the dome. I really don't even know if the dome pressure sensor's even working, so it'll be interesting. Don't do this at home, kids. Takes a long time to get up on boost.
Yeah,
I don't know if my air's working.
I don't think it is.
Should I try the tranny brake? That's only on 3 pounds. Yeah, I don't think the dome pressure sensor's working. Well, alright. That's just I got a bunch of little gremlins I gotta take care of. My ground, I got some ground issues. There's a lot of shit going on right now, so I don't know. Because that was only, by the time I let off the, well, on the tranny brake, it was -1 pound of boost. It was in vacuum, so this turbo might be too big. It sucks, but Not a very... My fan. Not a very eventful going to get the card video, but Pat's running. It's all together. It's not knocking, so that's a plus. The only sucky thing is the dome pressure sensor is not working, so I'm gonna have to hit up my my Holly guru, Quentin Lewis himself. I know he gets tired of me asking him questions, because it's about every single day that I ask him a question, especially when I'm putting a new setup together. But I'm gonna have to ask him about that Holly sensor, because I don't think that dome pressure sensor is working, or the low button sensor or whatever. Because you got to hook it up some weird way. On the brake, that was only -1 pound. It was in a vacuum, and then when I got on it, it was on 3 pounds. And then I think when I got on it that first time and just ran it all the way, it was only on 3 pounds. I mean, it's running when I hit 5,000 RPM.
Yeah, it chirped the tire. You got a second gear scratch.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I was saying, we got some gremlins to work out.
I've got something that we can make it run though. So
yeah. I think it'll run anyway once we get air, but I don't know. That'll be it for today's video. I feel like that was
I mean, you drove it.
It's an accomplishment. Yeah, I drove it there, got it back. It was knocking this morning when you pulled it apart.
Yeah.
Now it's back to not knocking. So
it sounds good going down the road and stuff. And hey, both your tail lights was working too.
There we go. Ground problem fixed itself, is what you're saying.
That's kind of like Christine.
Yeah.
It's fixed herself.
It's about the same. But all right. Yeah, that'll be it for today's video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll holler at you later.